Hello, UHL fans. We are here. We are back with another edition of Inside the UHL. Gave a small playoff preview last episode, but this time a full playoff preview. Our first one because it is our first playoff game, the top 8 versus the bottom 8. You got on the top 8 Greg McMillan, Kevin Lee, Nick Lai, Matt Gradinsky, Andrew Hardaker, Edward Dodsworth, Winsfield Lang, Riley Bell versus the bottom 8, Greg Davio, Scott Sim, Doug McLean, Henry Chen, Shui Dong, Arjun Bowery, Nak Him, and Richard Zhang. Yes, this is setting up to be a great game. Already declining to play is Winsfield Lang, and of course Andrew Hardaker will not be playing because of his suspension. On the bottom 8 side, the only ones we have not heard from are Henry Chen and Arjun Bowery, and based on Arjun's previous attendance at games, I am going to suggest that he will not be playing, and Henry will probably be a game time decision as he usually is. Moving on to this game. This game is taking place Tuesday, July 28, 2009, at, of course, the Calian Mall, unless we get moved again by some freeloaders. Anyways, this game is shaping up to be great. It's got plenty of storyline, plenty on the line. The winner keeps moving, loser goes home. You know, the bottom 8 is trying to do something that, is unheard of, really. The biggest upset in UHL, and they're trying to accomplish this now. It's going to be tough for them. And we look at their keys to victory. A key to victory is Greg Davio has been unofficially named the starter, and he is going to have an amazing game. As we saw early on in the season, he stole a game. He really did. He played a great game, and he was able to steal a win for his team. You got to look to him to possibly steal a win. He is a good goaltender when he wants to. He's going to have an amazing game because they're going to get a lot of offense from this top 8 squad. He is going to have to continue to shut the door and keep rebounds out of place. The biggest thing for him is that he doesn't like to go down. If he's able to go down and smother the puck and not let any rebounds out, then look for him to have success. Also, Doug McLean, he has got to have the best game of his season. I mean, the guy has been questionable all year, and in the last game, he played a really weak game. In a big game where he needed a win, he played weak, and so we're looking for him to step up and to put the ball in the net, because that's going to be an important thing, is that this team lacks offensive power, and they lack skill level. Doug McLean has to step in for others and be able to put the ball in the net when he needs to. If he doesn't, then this could be a long 60 minutes for the bottom 8. Also, the bottom 8 has got to have the secondary presence of Richard Zhang, Nak Him, Shui Dong. These guys aren't looked upon as the top goal scorers like Doug McLean or Scott Sim, but they've got to have their presence out there on defense. They got to be able to play hard, play tough defense, be able to throw their weight in the boards, and possibly help to prevent a top 8 win. I mean, these guys, Nak Him is always improving every game, and he's shown it last game. And it is just more and more. And if these guys can play great defensively, then who knows what the bottom 8 can do. As for the top 8, their keys to victory, obviously the major one is just score. Keep scoring. I mean, they got so much offensive power in Riley Bell, Kevin Lee, Greg McMillan, and Edward Dodsworth, that it's going to be hard to prevent them from scoring. Now, Nick Lai is not confirmed for the game yet, but he usually does show up to the game, so, I mean, his presence on defense. Now, we don't know who's going to play goal, if it's Nick Lai, Ed Dodsworth, or Matt Gradinsky. They got all 3 Vezina Trophy candidates in their team, so maybe look for Matt Gradinsky to start, and if so, look for Nick to play his usual tough D, and look for his rushes. He is great at starting these rushes and keeping his head up and looking for the pass. He has a vision like no one else in this league, so hopefully he's able to help his team out. Also, look for Matt Gradinsky if he is in net to be able to shut the door on Doug. He had a tough game in Game 13. He got the win, but it was he did let in some soft ones. So maybe look for him to bounce back and have a great game. And let's just talk about Edward Dodsworth. The guy struggled so much last year, and he struggled to start this year, but he has worked his way up back into the top 8, and he is loving it. So you look for him. He's obviously going to play defense. Look for him to have a great defensive game. He is going to be amped up and ready for this game. And as far as Riley Bell goes, just snuck in. He's got to use this to his advantage and use his skill level as an advantage. Everyone on this top 8 squad has great talent. It's just being able to put it together and stop this bottom 8 squad. Now, when we look at who's hot and who's cold on each team, we look at the bottom 8. Who's cold? Doug MacLean. Had a weak game in Game 13, so look for him to bounce back. Who's hot? Nak Him. Yes, that's right, Nak Him. He has played better than ever last game, so he will probably have an impact in this game. And who's also hot? Scott Sim. Great game in the season finale. He also was able to put the ball in the net quite a bit and helped out on that last goal. So this team has hot players and cold players, and everyone's got to have an all-around effort. On the top 8, who's hot, who's cold? Well, you look at it and you got to think that Matt Gradinsky is cold right now. He's cold. He won last game, but it wasn't a pretty win. So he's cold. Who's hot? Greg McMillan, of course. The guy's always winning, it seems like. Maybe he's the key that needs to help them win. He's definitely hot. And who's also hot? Nick Lai. Always continues to have good games. And also, you got to think Riley Bell's hot. These guys all deserve BAMs, and it will be an interesting game. If it's all able to go together, then who knows what's going to happen. Anyways, we're all looking forward to a great game on Tuesday. It should be great and just an entertaining game. I hope you all show up from inside the UHL. Thank you very much, and we'll see you Tuesday in the playoffs.